Yes. Last session before the lunch break, we have seen how to create a report and we have arranged the report, designing of the report. So we have seen how to do the designing part. And you can ask me, is this required? This designing part is required for each and every pivot. Not. If you are using the old version, you have to do this for every time. But latest version, we have an option where we can make this data as a default. How would you make it as default? Go to File. Click on File. Options. File. Options. Under Options, you can see there is Data. File. Options. Data. Edit Default Layout. So go to File. Option. Data, edit default, make the changes default layout for pivot tables. Pivot tables, I can make it as a default layout. For example, whenever I create a report, always I want to create a report in tabular form. Always the item has to be repeated like this. Always I want the total on the bottom, every table. So what we can do, go to edit default layout. So click on this edit default layout and you can change it here. You can see subtotal. I want all the subtotals should come on the bottom. And I want the grand total should come always. And always I want to show the table in a tabular form. And I want to repeat the item label always. The item label has to be repeated always. So like this, you can set it as default. But since it's a training session, I'm not doing it. Because when I set it as default, next report will come it as a default. I don't want to do it now. If you want, you can do this. So I click on cancel now. I'm coming out of this. So could you tell me, after creating the report, could you tell me why the central region is coming on the top here? As per my source data, we don't have a central on the top. But here the central is coming on the top. Could you tell me why? Alphabetically. Very good. Alphabetically, central comes first. Suppose I want north should come first and west should come next. So I want to rearrange my report. Assume that I want the north region should come first here. So three methods to do it. Three methods. First method, mouse. But I recommend second and third method. You can use mouse also. If you are conversant, if you are confident with using mouse. Because as the name itself says mouse, we don't know where it will run, where it will go. Sometimes it may throw an error also. If it is throwing error, remember, you cannot undo it. You cannot undo. So please be careful. If you are 100% confident, go for mouse. Otherwise, follow the second and third method. I will tell you all the three methods. First method, so go to the border of this north region cell. You can see there is a plus with arrow mark, 4 header with the arrow mark, 4 header with the arrow mark. When you see the 4 header with the arrow mark, drag this north and drop it before the central region. That's one method. You can see the north region goes to the top. Entire north region data goes to the top. This is method number one. As I told, if you are confident, do it. If you are not confident, if you are not doing mouse, avoid it. Second method. So I want the north region should come to the first here. So just go to this area. Just go to this area with the correct spelling, north. Just to type north. Just type north and enter. That's all. North region data comes to the top. This is very simple. I recommend this. Correct. Correct. The center. This I want it on the top. That will go to the bottom automatically. Because it's already on the top. I want the north on the top. The central will go to the bottom. This is second method. Suppose I want the west, it should come on the second. So go to the second and type here as west. So the west will come to the second position. This is second method. First method, as I indicated, drag and drop. Second method, you can go there and type it. Third, there is one more method. For example, I want the south region should come before east, or I want the south region should come on the top. Third method, right click on the south region. This is a new feature, old version only 2, latest version we have the third one. Right click. There is an option called as move. Move the south region to the beginning. Move the south region upwards. Move the south region downwards. Move the south region at the end, last. Beginning, up, down, end. So wherever you want. Suppose I want to move the south region one step upward before the south east. So I can move it up. You can see it moves one things up. So third method. So whichever you are okay, you can use that method. First one is drag and drop, second one is typing, third one is right clicking. This, whatever we did, you can do it for this columns also. Two methods, not the third method will not work for columns. First two methods will work. For example, I want this execution cost should come before this ad spent, or I want the profit and loss before this ad spent. So click on this column heading, go to the column border, that is plus with arrow mark, drag it and drop it before it. Drag and drop. This is, you can see a green line will appear, place it here. This is one method. Second method, go to the top, change the headings. Copy and paste, that's easier. So go to the heading, copy this heading and go here and paste that heading. So execution cost will come first, ad spend will come next. So second method, type it or copy and paste it. Drag and drop, copy and paste. Or change the headings. Unfortunately, the right click will not work here. Suppose I want to move this miscellaneous expense before, right click, there is no option called as move. Columns wise it's not possible, row wise it's possible. Okay. Next we'll see how to change our formulas. For example, we have sum of net profit. I don't want sum of net profit. Rather than getting the sum, can I make it as an average? Can I make it as a maximum, minimum? I want to change the formula. Very simple. Right click on the column. Right click on the column. Anywhere else on the column, right click. Yeah, menu is appearing. Menu is appearing. Under the menu, summarize value by. Summarize value by. Sum, count, average, maximum, minimum, product, which formula you want. Suppose I want the average. Summarize value by, I'll make it as average. Yes. The entire column turns into an average. So we are getting average of profit and loss. I want to change the formula. Very simple. Right click and go to summarize value. Sorry. Right click, summarize value by and make it as average. You tell me how can I get sum here? Not in the same area. Same area means very simple. You can make a right click again and you can go to summarize value by and we can make it as sum. That's simple. But I want the average here as well as I want the sum also here. We want the average and we want the sum also here. So what we do, very simple. Drag this net profit. Drag the net profit again. Drag it. Drop it to the sigma. Wherever you want. Maybe at the last, maybe at the middle, maybe at the end. Wherever you want. I'm putting at the last, end. After the average of profit and loss. Yes. We got average. We got sum. Both are available. I repeat the process again. First, I want to change the formula. Right click on it. Summarize value by and I make it as average. Then we drag the net profit and drop it to sigma. Last. We'll do it again. Right click. Suppose I want a count. Right click. Summarize value by. I'll make it as count. Now I want the sum again. Sum again. Drag the net profit and bring it to sigma. Like this, any number of times you can change your formulas. Any number of times you can add your formulas. Next we'll see how to find out the percentage. We'll see how to calculate our own formulas also. Even you can write your own formulas. That's we'll see next. Okay? We are already aware of pivot table. Aware? I never said, are you expert in pivot? Are you aware? Yes. Literally half of it. Very good. I have a question for you. Would have not raised the hands, right? Okay. Anyone can answer the question. Next part. I think that's very easy. But if I ask the same question in the next training session, I want everyone to raise their hands. That means from today, not even from today, from start using pivot. Right. Now I want to know Which region has the highest percentage? This is okay. Some average count fine. But I want to know which region, north or south or east or west, where my profit is more, which region is having more profit. So it's always better, not as per Excel, it's as per the mathematical, arithmetical theory. Whenever you want to find out the percentage, find it based on sum. You have to find it based on sum. Right click on sum of net profit, right click on the sum of net profit, show value as. There is an option called as show value as. Under show value as, no calculation, grand total, column total, row total. Let us go for percentage of grand total. Right click, show value as, right click on the sum. Don't right click on the average or count. It will give you the wrong result, not error, wrong result. Right click, show value as percentage of grand total. Right click, show value as percentage of grand total. Yes. Out of 100%, which region has more percentages? I think 22 is not. Central is 21, South is 20, East is 15, and West is 21. Approximately all are somewhat similar. But unfortunately, when I convert the sum into average, heading is changing. When I convert the sum into count, heading is changing. But when I convert the sum into percentage, unfortunately, heading is not changing. You have to change it manually, no other go. Just go here and type and change the heading percentage. You have to change the heading manually. When you change it to show value as, count, average and sum, it will change automatically, but for percentage, unfortunately, it will not change. You have to change it manually. Can you tell me how can I get a sum again? I want the sum again. Again, drag the net profit to the sigma. Yes. You can see one column, I have so many formulas. For sum of profit or loss, we got average, we got count, we got percentage, we got sum. We'll see further. Okay. Which one, sir? Right click on it, show value as percentage of grand total. Right click, show value as percentage of grand total. Okay. Now, this grand total, assume it's for the entire company. Let us take, for example, South or North region person wants to know, out of overall South, North region is this percentage, South region is this, East is this, fine. But under North region, if the North region is 100, I want to know B2B what is the percentage, B2C what is the percentage, enterprise, institution, SME what is the percentage. Below the North region. Same like below the Central region, below the South region. So, right click on sum of profit and loss again, or you can change it here also. Let me do it in the next column itself because I can add another column. Right click on sum of net profit, show value as, under show value as percentage of parent total, not grand total. Last session we did grand total. Now we are going to make it as percentage of parent total. Parent total. Parent means if the North region is 100, what is the sub level? Next step, what is the total of the each segment wise? Right click, show value as percentage of parent total. Show value as percentage of parent total. It's asking, do you want it for region wise? Of course. Okay. If North is 100, what is the each segment wise? What is the percentage? If South is 100, what is the percentage for each segment wise? Not based on overall grand total. This is a new one, old version we don't have. Old version, the percentage of total is available. Percentage of parent total is a new feature, latest version. Once again, the heading will not change. You have to change the heading. Percentage by region wise. Last one, we'll see how to create our own formulas. Let me drag that net profit again because I want the sum again. So let us drag the net profit and bring it to sigma. You have closed it. Not shortcut key. Right click. Right click. Show field list.
That time, is there any shortcut key?
Shift F10 D. No, D, field list. Right click on it. Shift F10. Right click. You have to right click on pivot. Right clicking somewhere else, you will not get it. Right click on pivot. Show details will be there. Last. Avi. Sigma values.
Under that region, you have multiple segments.
Means you can pull this segment on the top, region on the bottom. Just put that segment on the top and region on the bottom. Here itself you can drag and drop. Or region, put it on the bottom below the segment. You can see a segment first and region next. Since the region is a top level, I am doing it. Yes. Now, I want to create a formula, my own formula. For example, let us take discount. I want to calculate what could be, let us take maybe 5%. I want to know what is the 5% of my profit and loss. Maybe let us take a discount or let us take it as tax or anything. Normally, what people will do is they will go to the original source table and they will create an extra column here. They will create an extra column here, 5% of profit and loss, and they will multiply and they will do it here. Instead, we can create our own formulas inside a pivot. What is the advantage? Why can't we create it in the original source table? This table is too small. Okay, we have only 300 rows, no problem. But when a table is too large, lakhs and lakhs of rows are there. When you add an extra column, it may increases your file size. Physically, we are creating an extra column. Instead, virtually you can create a column. Virtually you can create a column without disturbing the source data, without disturbing your file size. How can I create a virtual column here? Analyze. Go to pivot table, analyze. Field items and sets. Maybe in your system, the field items and sets may be top to bottom like this. In my system, screen size is bigger, so I am getting the field items and sets here. Click on field items and sets. Calculated field. Go to analyze, field items and sets, calculated field. Or use the shortcut key, Control Shift plus. Analyze, field items and sets, calculated field, or Control Shift plus, whichever is easier. I recommend to go with Control Shift plus. Control Shift plus. It will open a new dialog box. You can see a new dialog box is opened. It's asking what is the name of the formula. Let us say the formula name is discount. From now, forget the cell numbers. From now, forget the cell number. It's going to be only your column names. Only column names. What's the formula? It's asking you the formula. It says 0, delete it, 5%. 5%. I want 5% of profit and loss. So multiply 5% into what? Profit and loss. Either type it, if you know the spelling, type it NET space profit space loss. Instead of typing it, you can make a double click on this. Yes, it goes to the top.
The discount you type the
Yeah, of course. Name you have to type it manually. I'll explain. 5% of profit and loss. 5% into 5 profit and loss. So go to analyze, field items and sets, calculated field. Method 1, or use the shortcut key Control Shift plus. And what could be the formula name? Let us give the formula as discount equal to, remove the 0. I am typing the formula 5%, multiply it, or you can add something, you can multiply, that's your wish. Type the name of that column, net profit and loss. If you know the spelling correctly, type it. But I don't know the spelling, so let me go here, scroll down. There is net profit available here. Double click. Yes, it goes to the top. Or you have to type it manually, exactly the correct spelling. Net space, profit space, slash space, exactly. Instead, type double click it, it goes to the top straight away. Now add and OK. Don't click on OK straight away. Add it and OK. Add, OK. Yes. So you can see on the right side, it's giving 5% out of overall profit and loss. What is the 5% of it? And that's my discount. So we can create our own formulas in Pivot. Can I edit the formula? I want to see the formula. I want to edit it. I want to delete it. I want to modify it. Yes. Could you tell me how would we gone to this calculated field? What is the step to go to the calculated field? Analyze, field items and sets, calculated field. Same method, go inside. But where can I modify it? There is an arrow mark here. You can see a small arrow appearing on the top. Click it. Your formula is there. Click it, modify it or delete it. If you don't want, delete it. If you want to change it, modify it. It's available on the same drop down. A shortcut key also. Control Shift plus, arrow mark, it's available here. Yeah. Right? Click on the drop down, sir. Formula will not be displayed. You have to click on the arrow mark here. There is an arrow mark. Click on arrow mark, your formula will be there. If you already written, if you have already added, it will be there. Okay? Right. This pivot has so many advantages, but it has one limitation. For example, North region B2B, it's 5 lakhs 35,000 something, it's giving the result here. 5 lakhs 35,341. That's the total for B2B of North. Suppose I'm trying to change the data here. Unfortunately, that's not possible. We can't change the part of the table. If you want to change it, could you tell me where can you change this? Go to the main sheet. Very good. Let us go to the main sheet. I don't know where is the data available. Let me filter it. How do we apply the filter? Data filter or Control Shift L. Control Shift L is the shortcut key for applying the filter. We'll see there is another method for applying the filter, which you'll see it in next another few minutes. So now let me filter it. I'm going to filter the region North, and I'm going to filter the B2B. Yes. Let me check the total. Ad spent, what is the total? I select the data and I see the total here. 5 lakhs 35,341. Perfectly correct. It's giving the right result. Now, for example, let me change the first one. Instead of 46,000, assume it's not 46,000. Let us change it to, so just for example, checking. I'll change it to 56,000 here. I changed the first thing into 56,000. And I go back to my pivot and I check whether it was updated. Unfortunately, it's not updated here. So whenever I modify my source data, pivot is not getting updated. So what has to be done here?
Refresh.
Refresh. You have to refresh your pivot table. How can I refresh it? Right click, refresh. Or we have a shortcut key for refreshing, Alt F5. Sorry, F5. Alt F5 is the shortcut key for refreshing. Whenever you modify your source table, your pivot has to be refreshed. Right click refresh or Alt F5 refresh. Okay. Right click refresh. Yes, now it has added 5,45,000. Earlier it was 35, now it changed to 45. But if I forget to refresh, assume that I didn't remember, I forgot to refresh. Don't worry, in near future, not in near future, maybe this month, I believe Microsoft is working. I think almost everything is done. Everything is done. You will get it in near future. You can see 5 new Microsoft Excel feature in August 2025. In August 2025, you will get this feature. What is this? Automatically refresh your pivot. Your pivot table will get, there will be a button. You can see there is a button called as auto refresh. So whenever you add the data, it will get updated automatically on your pivot table. So this feature, it's appearing in this August month. Maybe you may expect in this, you can see there is a button called as auto refresh. But if it is auto refreshing, you have to do something here. You have to do something, then only it will get auto refresh. I will tell you what we have to do. Now it will not get refreshed. You have to do something, then only the auto refresh will work. But what if I forget to refresh? If I forgot to refresh also, I want my pivot table to be refreshed automatically. Right click on the pivot, pivot table option, right click on the pivot table option, data, refresh data when opening the file. So even if you forget to refresh also, your pivot table will get refreshed automatically. Okay, even if you forget to, I think this is not required in near future because the auto refresh will be enabled in August or September month. August they have promised, we'll see. I think in August it will get updated. So this may not be required in near future. No need for refreshing whenever you open the file. The auto refresh is enabled, this will get refreshed automatically. I will tell you what is it. Auto refresh as of now it will not work. Something to be done to make auto refresh. I will. That's the next part. Whenever open the file, not immediately, not immediate effect. I close the file over today and open it tomorrow morning, it will get refreshed. If you want instantly, then you have to go there and refresh it. Yes, sir. Right click on the pivot, go to pivot table option, data, there is data, right click, pivot table option, data, refresh data when opening the file. If you check this, your pivot table will be getting refreshed automatically whenever you open the file, not immediately. Okay. Now it's time for the people who are already aware of pivot. How to give me the solution for my next question. Asking this question. I think yesterday itself I would have indicated I started this corporate training exactly 25 years before. In year 2000, I went to a company for marketing for this Excel training. When I went to marketing first and last time I went to a company for marketing for this Excel training. They asked me a simple thing. Why are you coming for Excel training? We don't need Excel training. Our people are living with Excel. They open Excel in the morning, they will close Excel only in the evening. They know everything in Excel. Why are you coming for Excel training? We don't need it. I told them select best three and street by street. In olden days, there are street by street institutions are available. Now it has been now online. Everything became online. Pay 1,000 rupees, they will teach you Word, Excel, PowerPoint, everything within 1 month. But why are you coming for Excel training? I asked them to select best 3 Excel user from their company. Best 3 Excel user. I will ask 3 questions. If one person is answering one question, I will walk out. This will be my last visit to your company. They selected 3 people. I asked 3 questions. Would I imagine what has happened? No one has answered any one of the 3 questions. Same company, I am going every quarter 4 days for Excel training. Okay. Why I am saying this story? Now I am going to ask one of the 3 questions. I am coming already. So you are saying that you will not answer the question. I am coming every month to LG. Don't worry. Next month, every month I am visiting LG. Almost every month. Next month I have 2 days. Another month 4 days. LG is my regular. So don't worry. I want the answer from your side. So this question, when I asked 55 years before, you don't have Googles, you don't have YouTubes, you don't have Chat GPTs, no AIs. Now everything is on your hands. I think you can give me the answer. So my question is, first part of the question is, when before that, could you tell me how can I clear the filter? There is 2 things: removing, clearing. How do we clear the filter? Filter. I have filtered something. I want to clear it. Control Shift L is for removing the filter. I want to clear the filter. Right click. Where it is.
ये डेटा के मैंने फिल्टर्स को ऊपर से फिर से एक बार क्लिक करके डबल क्लिक करके आई कैन क्लिक ऑन फिल्टर अगेन so it will go.
That is removing. But I want to clear it. That's what I told. That is for removing. I have marked it. Don't worry. That is clearing. Our shortcut key is Alt-A-C. Alt-A-C is the shortcut key for clearing the filter, not for removing it. Clearing. This is not a pure. This is a normal tape. Don't please remove. I have seen multiple people are removing the filter, which will slow down your speed. Clear it.
So this was the question.
No, this was not a question. This was not a question. This was a question also, I didn't get the answer. Okay. So, remove the filter. You can remove the filter. Control Shift L. Remove the filter. Yes. My first part of the question is, whenever you modify the data in the source, pivot table will not get updated. We have to refresh. What will happen if I add a new data at the last? Will it get updated on my pivot table or not?
No.
Refresh it. Refresh. I added and then go for refresh. It will not update.
Because that area is not selected.
Update or not? It will not update. Suppose I have January to November month. Now I am adding a December month at the last. Will it update on my pivot? Once again, it will not update. How can I update it? That's my question.
This is the third question.
This is the question. First question, not third. This is the question. Change the. That means you have to go back to the original sheet. Go to analyze. This is what you are saying. Change data source. Correct? How long I can extend this? Till the last. Till the last means 10 lakh rows. Suppose I am adding a 2 data means you are saying I have to extend 2. Correct? So every day I am adding data means every day I have to come here for this table. Assume I have created 10 pivot. Every 10 pivot I have to go to change data source. Every day I have to change the source. Select the entire sheet. When you select the entire sheet, it will slow down your system speed and you will get a blank, and blank total will be the highest total. If you find the percentage, because blank is more. That's a problem. That's what we did. That's what I did it now. I gone to analyze, change data source. What you said, I am not saying it's wrong. I want the simplest solution. This is a tedious one because every day I cannot extend it, and I cannot select all the 10 lakh rows. As you showed, it will rotate. Your system will be very slow. Automate means change. Alt D. Alt D. There is no Alt D. When I press Alt, there is no D. You can check it in online. Go to online, Google, WhatsApp. Go to AI, ChatGPT, anything. Change data source is a solution, but I'm saying it's not the right solution. Best solution is from today. Even I will use the word from now. I recommend to do this. According to me, yesterday someone asked what is basics and what is advanced. According to me, what we are going to do now is the basics of Excel. At last we have landed to basics. Okay. So what are we going to do is, we are going to convert this source table into an official Excel dynamic table. We are going to convert the table into an official Excel dynamic table. How do we convert the table into a dynamic table? Normally, Excel is giving a shortcut key for it. Any feature Excel is giving shortcut key. That means it's a very, very, very important feature. Correct? All the important features, they will give you the shortcut key. Control S, Control C is most favorite, most frequently used shortcut key. If Microsoft Excel is giving 2 shortcut key for one feature, then that should be a very, very important feature, right? So what is it? Control T for table or Control L for list. Either one of it. This is the only feature where they have given 2 shortcut keys. 2 shortcut keys. Normally one menu, one shortcut key. But this they have given 2 menu also they have given 2 or 3 options. Through the menu also there are 2 or 3 options. Right click 2 or 3 options. Quick analysis 2 or 3. For this they have given several options for only these features. So we will convert this table into official Excel dynamic table. No merged cells in between. Table should have a heading. Heading should be unique, which we saw in the normal pivot table itself. I think we already checked this table. No merged cells. Because based on this table only we have created the pivot. So place the cursor on the table. Place the cursor on the table or select the entire table. Use the shortcut key Control T or Control L. Control T or Control L. It's asking where is the data of your table. My data of the table is already selected. My table is having a header. Of course, our table is having a header. Just click on OK. OK. Yes, click on OK here. Yes. This table is converted into an official Excel dynamic table. What is the advantage and what is the purpose? First advantage, you can see the filter is applied automatically. Second advantage, you can see the color background formatting is applied automatically. Third, on the top, third time today, you can see a contextual tab is appearing called as table design. Fourth advantage, suppose I'm going to some other sheet. I'll go to some other sheet where I have some data. If I scroll down, unfortunately, I may not be able to see the heading on the top. To see the heading on the, suppose I want to see the heading on the top, normally what we do? Freeze pane, superb. But here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J is my Excel heading. Place the cursor on this dynamic table, scroll down. You can see instead of A, B, C, D, my table heading has become the Excel heading itself. Even if you freeze it, you will not get this option. Correct? Instead of A, B, C, D, your table is became the Excel heading. Auto freezing. The normal freezing which you do, this will not happen. Correct? And even the filter is also freezed. Filter is traveling along with your table. So anywhere, anytime you can apply the filter also. No need to go to the top every time. So this is the fifth advantage. We'll see further more advantage of this dynamic. Okay. Auto filter, auto freeze, auto filter freeze, auto format. Yes. Table design. Come again. Table design is not visible. Place the cursor on the table. We converted the table to dynamic table. That's all. Place the cursor on the table, sir, and scroll down. That's all. You have to place the cursor on the table. Okay. Filtering, freezing, formatting. Like a pivot. If we don't like this colors and formattings, like a pivot, you can change it. Table design, table styles, and change it to different colors. You can see the color and formatting has changed here. Okay.
Now our table become dynamic.
That's the one next we are going to do. First we will finish, first we will see all the advantage of dynamic table, then we will see how to return back to a normal table also. First we will finish up this. As he has told, let me add a new data at the last. I am going to add a new data. Let us add a fresh new data. I think south, north, east, west, everything is available. So what could be the new region? Northeast. Okay. Northeast. I will add a new region called as Northeast. I am typing a new data here, Northeast. Press enter or tab. You can see the color, background formatting is updated, heading is freezed automatically, filter is freezed automatically on the top. Just I want to copy the data. Control D. Control D will take a duplicate of the previous data. Or you can type it, copy and paste it also. Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. I am adding some new data here. Maybe let us put 20,000. Execution cost is 6,000. Miscellaneous expense is 6,000. And lead value is 60,000, something. I added a new data here. So we added a new data, fresh new data after converting it as a dynamic table. Now let us go to pivot. Right click, refresh. Alt F5 refresh. Yes. The newly added data is also updated on my pivot. Auto refresh. So this will happen if your table is a dynamic table. And I told you Microsoft is going to come with this auto refresh in near future. So you can see if this auto update should appear, this source table should be a dynamic table. You can see the table design is appearing on the top. Then only the auto refresh will work. If you want the auto refresh in here, next month, this auto refresh will get updated. If the source table is a dynamic table, normal table, this will not work. We'll see furthermore advantage on this dynamic table.
So I have to refresh there.
As of now, later auto refresh will be there. Next month we may expect. What about whenever there is a version, your data will get, your software will get updated, or your IT team has to update it every time? You can give an update. Yes, every time you have to update means every month you have an update of Microsoft Office. Every month they cannot install your system, it will take more time. Okay. We'll see another 4 or 5 advantage of this dynamic table. Then we'll see how to make this table into a normal table also. Now, let us come back to the sheet number 18, the dynamic table. Now I want to find out the grand total of this profit and loss. To find out the grand total, what we do is we will use the sum function, we'll use the sigma, some people will use this auto sum function, sigma, subtotal, something. But since it's a dynamic table, place the cursor on the table, go to the table design. Under the table design, there is a checkbox available, total row. So go to the table design, there is a checkbox called as total row, or use the shortcut key Control Shift plus. So go to the design and enable the total row, or use the shortcut key Control Shift plus, whichever is easier. Sorry, Control Shift T. Sorry, not plus. Sorry, T. Control Shift plus is for adding. T. Control Shift T. Total. Control Shift T. Sorry. Control Shift T. You are getting the total automatically on the bottom. You can see a total is displayed on the bottom. Or you can go to the table design and you can select the total row also. It gives me the total on the bottom. But you can ask me, what is the advantage? What is the purpose? Even if I can use auto sum also, why to convert it as a dynamic table, then put the total? The first advantage is, let me filter my data. You don't need to go to the top every time to apply the filter. The filter is available here itself. Click on the filter. Suppose I select only the north region. Select north region and OK. Automatically it shows me the total of north region. Need to find the grand total, no need to find the subtotal also. Whatever you filter, it shows me the filtered records total. Dynamic. Furthermore advantages are there. We'll see one by one. Whatever you filter, it will give you the sum of that filtered record. Correct. Normal table you cannot do it. Press Control Shift T, nothing will happen in a normal table. Sorry, just a minute. Okay. What's the other advantage of this total? Filter means filtered records total. How can I clear the filter? Alt A C. But I don't want the sum of the total here. Can I get it as average? Can I get it as maximum? Very simple. Click here. There is a drop down appearing. You can see a small drop down will appear. Change your formulas. I don't want sum. I want an average. Not only this, it comes in the last column. Can I get it for the previous column? Of course, go there and change your formulas. So any column, I want a sum here. Previous column, can I get a count? Go to the previous column. Same drop down will appear. Make it as count. Go there and change your form. But one column, one formula at a time. cannot have multiple formulas for one column. This is also Excel. Normal table. We'll see another 2 or 3 advantages, then we'll see how to make this table as a normal table. I don't recommend, but still we can do it. Okay? Anytime you can press Control Shift T, the total will go off. Same Control Shift T, the total will come back. But when there is a total, how can I add a new data here? How can I add a new data here when there is a total? If there is no total, you can just go there and type it. But I want to add a data here in between. So place the cursor somewhere else on the cell where we have the value. Don't place the cursor on empty like this. Place the cursor on the cell where we have values. Then use the shortcut key Control. This was why I had to say in the earlier one. Control Shift plus for adding the data. Control minus for deleting a data. Adding a new row, deleting a row. If you want to add a new data. Don't have the total straight away, you can type it, but there is a total in between. No, I cannot type a value. So I can add Control Shift plus or Control minus. Control minus. Don't press Control Shift minus. Control minus. I have mentioned only minus. I never used to shift, but you have pressed shift. I see that here. I would have guessed what is the mistake you have made. Why we are pressing Control Shift plus? Because plus is above equal to. Minus is below. So that's why the shift is not used. Okay. Next magical feature. Yes. Now, I want to write a formula. I want to write a formula. For example, ad spend plus execution cost. Both put together, what is my total? I want to write a formula. Normally, if you write a formula, could you tell me where we will write the formula? We will write the formula on the first cell, correct? Then we have to copy the formula on the bottom. It can be any formula. It can be VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, any formula. We'll write the formula on the first cell and we'll copy it. Since it's a dynamic table, you can write the formula wherever you wish. It's not required you have to go to the top. You can be somewhere else in the middle also. Now I am going to write the formula. For example, as I told, this ad spent and the execution cost. These two columns I want to add it. Or minus, subtract, divide, any formula. Any, or VLOOKUP, if, any function. Equal to. Select this ad spent. You can see automatically it shows me the heading. Plus, plus minus, divide, plus execution cost. That's all. Just to press enter. Your formula gets copied automatically. Write the formula plus this, sir. I didn't do anything, any magic here. Just plus this. I have added two columns. This plus this, or minus, or divide, or into, whatever you want. I am just giving a sample. Anything. Plus, you want to do the calculation also. For example, as you told, from net profit I want 18% equal to, select this net profit into 18%. Enter. Any formula like this. Any formula. Whatever the formula, write it and press enter. Your formula will get copied automatically. Of course. That will not be Excel. You have to do something. Everything Excel will.
Sir, please.
Any formulas are equal to this plus this plus this. That's all. I didn't do anything. One cell plus another cell. Select one cell plus another cell, or minus, or divide, plus, divide, anything. Just write your own wish, any formula. Enter. Percentage. Sir, your wish, sir. He asked me, I did it. Equal to something into 10%, 12%, something. Just I'm writing any sample formula.
Can we freeze one type and size? We want to fix that part. One type and size.
Go to, that is not part of pivot. Anyway, you can go to file. Options. File options. Use the default font. Use the default size. Enter Excel. If you want to do it in this file, then go to page layout, font, select that font. But size cannot be done here. Sizing cannot be done, only the font. You see whether there is some other data available here. Then it will ask for overwrite. Normally, whenever there is a data, if you are adding something, it will ask for overwrite. Always, not here, everywhere. There should be some data, delete it. Next, last two advantage we'll see in the dynamic, then we'll see how to make this as a normal table. Come to the top, somewhere else. It's not required, you have to place it on first row, second row. Somewhere else on the top of the pivot. Assume this pivot, dynamic. Yes. I will come. I will finish up this one. Just a minute. I started the topic, I will come. So place the cursor somewhere else on the table, top. Assume this table I want to present it in a meeting like this. Suppose someone is asking, show me the north region data. What we will do is we will go to the filter, remove the select all, and we will select the north and we will say OK. Then they want the west region, means remove that select all and select west, which is little bit complicated. I want to present it interactively. Place the cursor on this dynamic. Table design. Go to the tab called as table design. Under the tab of table design, insert slicer. Based on this only, in another few minutes, we are going to make a dashboard. Insert slicer. For what? Your wish. Let me select region. Say OK. A slicer is created. Place the slicer outside of your table. That's all. Now I want to see the central region. Click. Central region will be displayed. East. Correct. Table is not a source. It's connected. If you change here, pivot table will change. Whenever you make some changes in pivot table, will get changed. There is a connection. This is a source. That's a report. From this source, we have created that report. You tell me, I have selected north. Then I want to select the west also. Both. How do we do it? Control in older one, but later one is there is a multiple select. Click on multiple select. No need to hold the control key. Already north is selected. I select west also. Both are selected. West and north. Multiple. Multiple is more than one. Switch off this. This is for switching on or switching off the multi-select. Yes? Clear filter. Or what you do is, suppose I selected north, clear filter also, same north again you click it. It will get cleared also. But I think it's not working in the older version. It will work. Clear is better. One more. Let me place the cursor on the table. Design. Insert slicer. Let me select the segment or campaign type or channel, whatever you want. I select the segment. So there is one more slicer. Suppose I go for south. Under south, I want to know only B2B. Select B2B, sub-level. So you will get two types of filters. Like this, you can add any number of slicers. Any number of slicers. You can add it for campaign type, you can add it for channel, you can add it for campaign name, anything. Multi-slicers. Interactively, you can present. Table is too large, then place the slicer somewhere else, at least on the top here. No other way. You have to, so two tables, you have to adjust based on it. I'll place the, as I told, I'll place the slicer on the top. Not hiding, deleting and inserting it, that's all. You cannot hide it. So let me put this region on the top, reduce the height. As you told, I don't have a space. Assume I have more columns here. I'm not able to see the slicer on the left hand because I have another 20 columns. So reduce the, I have some space on the top. Somewhere else you should have the space, either right on the top or insert some extra rows. You should create some space. Reduce the height of the slicer. Increase the width of the slicer. But unfortunately, I'm not able to see all the, I think I have 6 regions. Select this slicer. Go to slicer on the top. There is another contextual tab called as slicer. Select the slicer. Go to the slicer tab. Columns. How many columns you want? I have 6 regions, I believe so. So let me put 6 columns. So all the 6 are displayed here. Now you can click and select it. This may be much easier. I have 6 regions. I added northeast. Increase the width, decrease the height, and change the columns. Like this, you can have 2 slicers. One slicer here, another slicer, you can put it on bottom. You should have some space. If you don't want the slicer, very simple, select it and delete. Always creating is tough, right? Deleting is very easy in any case. Final advantage, then we'll see how to make it as normal table. So after 25 years also, I didn't get the answer. These features are available 25 years before. Unfortunately, you are not using it. Only the slicer is a new feature. All others are old features. Whatever we have seen, freezing, filtering, updating, all are old features. Slicer is a new feature, has been introduced from 2010. That's also 15 years old. Okay. Place the cursor on the table. How you rename a sheet. How you rename a file. We can rename this dynamic table also. How do we rename it? Place the cursor. And what is the advantage? When you go to Power Pivot, we have more advantage. Normal table, normal, what is the advantage? Place the cursor on the table. Design, table design. And what's the name of the table? You can see the table name is table 1. I will rename this. The table name will appear on the top left. Go here. While renaming, please remember, no space, no special characters. Space is not allowed. Special characters are not allowed. For example, this is region P&L. Is my naming convention correct? Is I have given a name correctly? No. and you cannot use, because if you throw error, enter, you can see it's throwing an error. Your name is not right. Start with a letter. Do not include space or special characters. So try to have name without space or special character. Region, I'll say just PL. Enter. It will appear only on the top. That's all. Enter. So this is the name of this table. You can see the name only available here on the top. What is the purpose? What is the advantage? Let me go to some other sheet. I'll go to some other sheet. Now I want to select the table. I don't know where is the table, in which sheet the table is available, which area the table, which rows, which column the table is located. I don't know that. Very simple. Go to this name box. Name box. Click on the arrow mark of that name box. Just click it. Your table name is displayed. Click it. Your table will get selected. From anywhere you can come and you can select the table also. Selection of the table is also easier. Any sheet, go to any sheet, name box. Click this name box, select the table. That's all. Selection of your table is also easy. That is not a dynamic table, you have to go manually. I can go. 15 you can click and go there. That's all. Your table name will not be there because that's not a dynamic table. Drop down only dynamic table will be listed. Entire data will get selected. This is your table. What is the previous the sheet? Okay. So this has so many advantages. I recommended, I suggested, even I dictate it. From today, from now, convert all your table into a dynamic table. But if you don't like this, if you don't want it, I recommend it. But if you want to send this file to others who is not using Microsoft, someone who is not using Microsoft Excel, OpenOffice, Star Office, IBM Office, Lotus Note, Google Docs, Kingsoft, LibreOffice, other office tools are available. If you want to send it to them, unfortunately, this will not work. So you have to convert it to a normal table. Two methods to convert it into normal table. Design. Under design, there is a button called as convert to range. First method. Second method, right click on the table, table. Right click on the table, convert to range. This is method 2. Method 1 is table design, convert to range. Anyway, it will ask for the confirmation. So go to table design, convert to range, right click, table, convert to range. Whichever is easier, whichever is convenient. Both are same. No shortcut key for converting to a normal table. Remember, nothing will happen to your data. Your data will get preserved. Nothing will happen to the color formatting. Color formatting will be preserved, but it becomes a plain normal table. Freezing, filtering, slicers, updation, auto update, everything will go off. It becomes a plain normal table. Yes.
And I'm not changing that dynamic column in that new table.
Page, how can you change it to dynamic normal? That is not a normal dynamic table. This is a dynamic table.
No, but I can copy it and paste it.
But still, that's a dynamic table. This table will be a table. Other table, how do you have dynamic table? Is only this is a dynamic table. How do we copy and paste the dynamic table? This table will be another copy. We'll take another copy of this table. What purpose?
And I want to change that to.
That is your wish. That is your wish. That is your wish. Convert to range. It is saying, do you want to convert this table into a normal table? Confirm it as yes. It becomes a normal table. That's all. Freezing has gone, filtering has gone, slicer is gone. It becomes a plain normal table. Now it's okay. Immediately means you can convert it back by using Control Z. But now I want to convert this into a dynamic table again. How can I convert it as dynamic table again? Control D or Control L. Assume I forgot the shortcut key. Do you have any other methods? As I told, many methods are available. Method number one is select the table. Control Q. Yesterday we did it many times. Table. You can see the first one. This is also a dynamic table. Yesterday we did it. Control Q. Go to table. Dynamic table. Second method without the shortcut key. Select the table. Control Q. Table. Table. Second method. Third method. Insert. Go to insert. Table. Fourth method. Tab. Format as a table. Fifth method. They are given so many options for this. You can use so many methods to convert your table into a dynamic table. Okay. So as indicated, from today, from now, convert all your table into a dynamic. So after a long time, last 1-2 hours, we are seeing the same concept. 19. City, salesperson, order date, order ID, payment method, order amount. First, we will convert this table into a dynamic. That is not your task. Everyone will do it. Control D, Control L. Control D, Control L. Okay. As usual, try to have some meaningful name for this table. That's always a better practice. Let us give a name as orders because it is having the sales order, order ID, order amount. So I'm giving a name as orders. Now, based on this table, you are going to create a report like this. Find same sheet or different sheet is your wish. You can create the report on the same sheet or you can create a report on a new sheet also. Find city wise, salesperson wise, city wise, salesperson wise, count of order amount, sum of order amount, average of order amount, percentage of order amount. Not required all the four should be in the same order. It can be in a different order also. First count, second average, it's not required. First average, second sum, third count also okay. But I want all the four columns. City wise, salesperson wise, count, average, sum, percentage. All the four. All the four. City wise, salesperson wise, count, average, and sum. Exercise. Convert this into dynamic table, sir. Average, count, percentage. Change the heading. Count, sum, average. Sums are there. Average cannot be made it as always change the percentage based on sum. Average is more than 100.
Sir, done.
Go to the top. Count, average, sum, percentage. average sum percent. Count average sum. Average count sum. Where is person? Change the heading. Count average sum. Change the heading. Percentage. Insert pivot. You have to insert a pivot. Or same also. Okay. One chart. Okay. Let me do this. Place the cursor on the table. Insert. Pivot. Existing worksheet. You can insert it on new sheet also. Existing worksheet. Which location? I'll go somewhere else here. Or you can insert it in new sheet also. Your wish. Okay. City wise. Let me put the city into rows. Salesperson into columns. If you are getting in a different column, that means you already set it that as default, tabular form. But I didn't do that. Order amount into sigma. How can you convert the sum into count? Right click. Summarize value by count. Order amount one more time here. Right click. Summarize value by average. Drag order amount one more time here. We got count, we got average, we got sum. Drag order amount one more time here. How can I make this as percentage? Right click. Show value as percentage of grand total. Change the heading. Percentage. Can you tell me how can I get the city name and salesperson name in a separate columns? Design. Report layout. Very good. Show in tabular form. If you are already getting in tabular form, that means I think you would have set it as default. I think I told you how to set it as default. You would have set it as a default. Next one. Same sheet or same report. Same report. Create a calculated field. Calculated field. Name of the field is incentive. Create a calculated field. Name of the field is incentive. What is the formula? 7% into order amount. 7% into order amount. Last session you did it. Discount 5% of net profit. Same thing. Create a virtual column like this. You have to create a virtual column. Calculated field in pivot table, not in dynamic table, pivot table. How to create a column in pivot? Even you have a shortcut key for this. Just now, few minutes before we have discussed this. discount 5% into order amount. Calculated field. There is a shortcut key for that also. Place the cursor on the table first. Calculated field. The answer should be like that. How to create it? All are giving the same answer. Not right. Calculated field. Do it in dynamic. I want to do it in pivot. You are doing it in dynamic. Do it in pivot. If you understood the question, it is create calculated field. Forgetting, you did it 10-15 minutes before. When I showed you the shortcut key, I repeated twice, thrice, same concept. 5% of order amount. We learned the concept very long back. Just a few minutes. Term memory loss. Okay. Place the cursor on the table. Analyze. Field items and sets. Calculate or use the shortcut key. What is the shortcut key? Control Shift plus. Analyze field items and sets. Calculated field or use the shortcut key Control Shift plus. Change your formula. What is the formula? Name is incentive. What is the formula? What is the formula? 7% into what? How can I get it here? Double click. Add and OK. That's all. Yes. Double click on order amount. Add and OK. That's it. We got 7% of our order amount. Incentive. As I told, these are all the things which we are saying very few minutes before. Next, we have to see how to create yearly, monthly, weekly report, how to separate the report, how to find top 10, aging analysis, dashboard. Next few hours is going to be very important concept. We have to finish dashboard today. If you are not able to see the chart, is very simple. We have to finish dashboard by today. Where? Pivot you want to delete. Which column? Right click. Which column you don't want? Oh. Percentage you don't want it. Right click and remove. Right click on the column and go for remove. But calculated field you cannot remove. Calculated field I told you have to go to field items and sets, calculated field. Here only we can remove it. If it is a calculated field, you have to remove it here. Normal field you can make a right click and delete it. Sir, yes. Tea ready? Ready? Huh? So this exercise is not over. We have to come back. We have to see very important concepts. Last strategic timeout. Final. Last session, we have seen how to create a pivot and various count, average, some percentage, everything. Now let us come back to the same sheet number 19. Please come to the sheet number 19. Here we are going to create one more report. Another very powerful feature. We are going to create a report order date wise. Sum of order amount. Order date wise, what is the sum of order? This is the report which we are going to create now. Place the cursor on the table. Insert pivot. Place the cursor on the table. Insert pivot. New sheet or existing sheet is your wish. Either you can put it on a new sheet or put it on an existing sheet. Let me insert pivot. Existing sheet or new sheet also your wish. Location. I'll select some location here. Or different sheet means different sheet, different location also. Your wish. I'll put it in the same sheet, some location. Okay. Order date wise. Could you tell me where can I drag and drop the order date? I want order date wise. Where can I drag and drop the order date now? Rows. Order amount? Values. This is the advantage of using the latest version of Excel. What has happened is, when I drag the order date, it automatically creates a grouping for us. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. When I expand 2019, we are getting quarter wise. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. When I expand quarter, you are getting month wise. When I expanding month, you will get it day wise. Or who has given compact form, you will get it in separate column like this. But I'm not satisfied with this because every time I have to expand. I am not convinced. So every report I cannot expand like this. Every year I cannot expand it. Can I get a report in a single screen? I want to display it in a single screen. Tabular form also will give it in 4 or 5 columns. I want yearly and monthly report. Yearly and monthly report. Because you have already made it as default as tabular form. But it comes in a different columns. Let us make a right click on this table. Year 2019, 2020, I make a right click. Group. Right click and I'll go make it as group. Another very powerful feature, group. And it's asking how do you want to group it? Yearly, monthly, quarterly. Let us make it as month and years. I remove the quarters. And I select years and months. I select only years and months. I'm selecting only the years and months. Okay. Yes. We got yearly, monthly. Only yearly and monthly. But still, I'm not convinced. Right click on the date and go to group. And I select years and months. And I say, okay. We got yearly and monthly report. But some system, as you are already having a tabular form, you will get it. I want it in a tabular form. I can bring it in tabular also. Design, report layout, tabular form. Still, I'm not convinced with this report. We got yearly and monthly, but this big report, not a very big report, but this report, people will not see this report. Scroll down and seeing the report, it's very tougher. Can I make a better report out of this? For example, I want to compare it last year to this year. How was my yearly report? How was my month? Whether we have improved or whether we have gone down. Last year, this year, I want to compare it. So, either one of this, either this year or month, we have to put it into columns. Which I can put it into columns is where the data is lesser. If the data is lesser, have it in columns. If the data is more, have it in rows. So years should be in column because years is lesser, months are more, 12 months are there, years we have lesser. So better drag the years and drop it to columns. Now you can see a better report. Every year, every month, what is my total. Now we can make a comparison also. Compared to last year 2019, 2020, how it was. Compared to 2020, how it was in 22, 23, 24. So very easily you can make a comparison report like this. So drag the years and drop it to sigma. Drop it to columns. Only one is available, filter. We'll see the filter in another few minutes. That we'll see top 10 aging dashboard. Okay. I want to know the trend for this, whether this January month is going in upward trend or downward trend. How do we do it? Yesterday we did spark lines. Very good. Insert spark lines. Just I'm saying, try later also. Spark line, location, select January month, insert spark line. I want the spark line here. Maybe very near to the grand total. Okay? Yes. How was the trend for January? January it's going like this. February it started improving. It shows the trend for each and every month. So select the January month. Go to insert spark lines. Okay. But I didn't do it. I am undoing it. Now what I want you all to try. The next easiest one. I think everyone can do this. Next easiest part is this yearly monthly report is available. This report, yearly monthly report. I want you to convert this yearly month, this report which we have created, yearly monthly. This report, I want you to convert this report into an weekly. Convert that report into a weekly report like this. You should get output like this, weekly report. Yes. Convert that yearly report into a weekly report like this. Yearly monthly is okay, but I don't want yearly monthly. Convert it as weekly. Every week, what is my total? If you know how many days are there, you can do it. If you know how many days are there in a week, you can do it. I don't want yearly and monthly. Convert it as weekly. Right click, show field list. I think that's not required for this feature. If you know how many days are there in a week, you can do it. What is the report? Weekly. What has to be done? Days should be visible. Read into the rows. It's in columns, drag it to rows. Drag this to rows. Okay. How to do this? Date or year. We have month or year. Anywhere else on this month or year, right click, group. Right click, group. We can see months, years, days, hours, quarters. Let us remove the months. Remove the years. Select the days. Number of days is activated. Make it as 7 because weekly we have 7 days. Right click, group, remove the months, years and quarters and select the days and make it as 7. Okay. I think in my system it's coming in column wise. I'll put this in rows. Yes. We got a weekly report. Very simple. Right click group, make the days and change the days to 7. Number of days is 7. Okay. This weekly report, I want to present this weekly report. I want to send this weekly report. Both we'll see. First, how to present it. Present, we know already, we have seen it in the last session. Slicer. Place the cursor on the table, analyze. Place the cursor on the table, analyze, insert slicer. Analyze, insert slicer, which we did already in the last session in a dynamic table. So go to analyze, insert slicer, for which you want the slicer, city. I want the slicer for city or anything, salesperson or anything, payment method, anything you can select. Okay. Yes. Bhopal, Goa, Hosur, Vizag. If I select Bhopal, you will get a weekly report of Bhopal. Goa, weekly report of Goa. Hosur, weekly report of Hosur. Vizag, weekly report of Vizag. So based on whatever you select, it shows the weekly report for it. This we already know, we already did it in dynamic table also. But one more extra is available in pivot, which is not in dynamic. Pivot, what we did is analyze, we inserted slicer. Next to the slicer, there is one more available, insert timeline. Insert timeline. Go to analyze, insert timeline. So slicer, when we can use it is if your data is in alphabets, text. If your data is in text, we can go for it. But here I want to do this for order date. Order date is a date. Yearly. So if I click on particular year, I want to see only that year report. Analyze, insert timeline. You can see only one option is available here, that is order date, because order date is the only column which is date based. No other column is date based here. So let me select the order date. Okay. A timeline is inserted now. Equivalent to a slicer, but instead of months, let us make it as years. Instead of month, I put it as years. Suppose I want this report should be shown only for 2019. I click on 2019. 2020, 2020. 21, 22, 22. Whatever you select, based on that, that report will get filtered. Analyze, insert timeline. Suppose if you want 2019 and 2020, both, you can drag and you can increase, drag and you can go here, but unfortunately, 19 and 21 you cannot do it. Only the continuous. 19 and I want 20, you can go to the corner and drag it. That's possible. But if you want 20 and 23, that's not possible. Non-continuous years is not possible. Only the continuous years is possible. Okay. But the next powerful feature, I told you in the introduction of pivot table, one feature which is available in Excel, which is not available in Power BI also. That feature we are going to see now. This report, weekly report, I want to send this weekly report to all the cities, or I have customers. I want to send it to all my customers, all my branches, all my employees. I want to send the report. Let me take the city itself. I have 4 cities. Bhopal, Goa, Vizag, Hosur. I want to send this report to all the 4 cities. But I don't want to send the entire report to all the 4 cities. Bhopal, I want to send the report only of Bhopal. Goa, only Goa report. Hosur, only Hosur report. Vizag, only Vizag report. I cannot filter one by one and I can send the report. But 2 steps you can do it. 2 simple steps. 2 simple steps. Step number 1. First step. I can say manually it's very, very, very tough. Or I can use the word manually it's impossible. Manually it's impossible. Step number 1. drag this city, drop it to filter. Drag the city, drop it to filter area. Step number 1. City, we are dragging and dropping into filter. Step number 1. Step number 2. Before step number 2, please check or verify only one thing. What is you have to verify? See whether all city is selected here. All. Whether all is available here. If all is not available, make it as all. Because if only Bhopal is available, only for Bhopal. Goa means only for Goa. I want all. So all is there. If all is not there, make it as all. Click and make it as all. Okay, please verify that. So first drag the city and drop it to filter. Before moving to the second step, say whether all is selected. Yes, all is selected. Second step, step number 2, analyze. Analyze options. Options. If you are not able to see the option, because some system screen size is very small, if you are not able to see it, then click on pivot table. If you click on pivot table, the option will appear based on your screen size. There is option, but don't click on the option straight away. There is an arrow mark on this. Click on the arrow mark. Analyze, option arrow mark. Go to analyze, option arrow mark. Show report filter pages. Show report filter pages. I click on show report filter pages. I'm going to click on OK. You are going to tell me what is going to happen here. I click on OK. Yes. 4 sheets was created since we have 4 cities. If I go to Bhopal, you will see only the report of Bhopal is available. If you go to Goa, only Goa report. Hosur report. Vizag report. One click, 4 reports. If you have 40, it will create 40 reports. 100, it will create 100 reports. So one click, multiple reports. Which I indicated manually, it's impossible. You will feel for it if I say this. This is the one of the oldest feature in Excel, which is available from 1995 of Excel. Fortunately, you are not using it.
So let's say I in a pivot table, then
Analyze,
go to analyze for options.
show report filter pages. That's all. I think this also I have indicated yesterday. We are going to see it today. How can I send a mail? For example, this Vizag. I want to send the report to this Vizag city. But how can I bring the Outlook to Excel? 3 steps to do it. Or 3 methods, not steps. 3 methods. Method number 1. On the top, quat. There is a quat available here. Quat should be there. If it is not there, sometimes it may be on the bottom. Still, if it is not there, sometimes it would have been hidden. No problem. I will tell you 3 methods. You can use any one of the 3 methods. First method, right click on the quat. Right click on the quat. There is an option called as Customize Quick Access Toolbar. Right click on the quat. Customize Quick Access Toolbar. Method number 1. Method number 1. Method number 2. Sir, method number 2. Click on the arrow mark of this. There is an arrow mark here. Arrow mark. More comments. Click on arrow mark. More. All the 3 will lead into the same screen. For example, right click. Customize Quick Access Toolbar. It's opening this dialog box. Click on the arrow mark. More comments. This is also opening the same dialog box. First method is not okay. Follow the second method. Second method is not okay. Go to File, Options, Quick access toolbar. Third method. Any one of the third method. If third method is not okay, you cannot do anything. Only three methods. Third method, I think you have landed into the same screen. Everyone. Then, popular commands. Popular means the most frequently favorite commands. Instead of popular, let us make it as commands not in the ribbon. Commands not in the ribbon. Select commands not in the ribbon. Because this command is hidden in the ribbon. Click commands not in the ribbon, then you have to click here, somewhere else here. Don't search it on the top itself. You have to click somewhere else here on the anywhere else. Just to click it and press the first letter of mail. First letter of mail is M. Just to press M, you will get an option called as mail recipient. One more thing, your Outlook has to be configured on your laptop. I think everyone Outlook is configured, right? So mail recipient. Add that mail recipient by clicking on add or double click. Double click will also add it. Add will also add it here. Double click add or add. Send mail recipient. You have to select mail recipient. Any challenge? I add it, double click it. Okay. Now, save, undo, redo. There is a button, send it to mail recipient. After save, undo, redo, the last one is send it to mail recipient. Click here. A menu will open. Two options, send entire workbook as attachment, send the current sheet as the message body. Second, select the second, not the attachment. I don't want attachment. I want to bring the Outlook here, not attachment. Attachment is a normal one. Send the current sheet as the message body and I say okay. Yes. Outlook is opened in Excel itself. You can see these are all the message of Outlook. To CC, BCC, subject, and all the other things are available here. Just type your email ID and send it. You can send it to your friends and check, or send it to yourself and check. Only this data will go as a mail. You will get two options. Click on the top. Comments not in the request. M. Add that name to setting. Add. Okay. Okay. That will take some time. Second. Done. Right. Next, we'll see top 10 aging analysis and dashboards. Let us come to the exercise number 20. First part of this, which you are going to do. First, convert this table into a dynamic. Exercise number 20. We'll convert the table into a dynamic table. Control T or Control L. Press Control T or Control L. Where is the data of the table? It's already selected. I think we did it at least twice or thrice from the afternoon. You know how to make it as a dynamic table. Okay. This was converted into dynamic table. We'll give some name for this table. Your wish. Let me give a name as invoice. So I'm giving invoice as the name for this table. Now, based on this table, you are going to create a report now. What is the report you are going to create is, create a pivot table on a new sheet itself, new sheet. I don't want it in the existing sheet because the new sheet will make that sheet as the dashboard. On a new sheet, create a pivot table like this. You have to create a pivot table like this. Yearly customer wise. Every year, every customer. Yearly customer wise. Sum of invoice amount. Create a report like this. Yearly customer wise. Every year, every customer, what is the sum of invoice amount? Your output should look like this. Yearly customer wise, sum of invoice amount. Monthly also.
Sir, done, sir. Sir, done, sir. Sir, done, sir.
Okay. Place the cursor on the table. Insert, pivot, new sheet. I'll click on new sheet. Customer wise, we'll put the customer into rows. Invoice date into columns. This is fine. This is also okay. You can have it like this, fine. But if you want only years, how can I get only years? Right click, group, select only years. But this is okay. This is also okay. but I want only years means I'll remove the months and quarters. Yes, invoice amount. Drag the invoice amount here. So yearly customer wise sum of invoice amount. Let us give some name for this sheet. This sheet we want to give some meaningful name, because this sheet we want to make this as a dashboard. This sheet we are going to make it as a dashboard finally. We are going to land finally that. Please give a name for it, because based on the name only it will create a connection. Meaningful name. Your name, you can give your own name, but meaningful name. So let me give some meaningful name. So let us rename it as invoice dashboard. Right click and rename, or double click and rename, and give a name as invoice dashboard. Okay. Now what are you going to do is, just a few minutes before you did this, just a few minutes before creating the dashboard, I want you to try this. This report, same report which you have created, split it into different sheets like this. Bangalore in different sheet, Chennai in different sheet, Delhi, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Mumbai, Pune should come in different sheets like this. You have to split the same report, split it city-wise in different sheet like this. Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Hyderabad. It should be filtered in different sheets. Just a few minutes before, just 5 minutes before we did it. What is your... Add whatever you want. Where is it? Separate sheet. Separate sheet. Separate sheet. We did it few minutes before, not even 1 hour or 2 hours. Same example I told, same city wise, Bhopal, Goa, Hosur, Vizag, same thing. Not even a different example. Same. Immediately. Okay. Very late. What is the first step? We learned this just 5 minutes before. Not even very long, not yesterday morning, today morning. Just 5 minutes before. Same step. Even I didn't change the column itself. Same column. Drag the city and bring it to filter. Same city we used it in last session. Same, no difference. Drag the city and bring it to filter. Second step. What is the second step? Analyze. Options. Then show report filter pages. Then, okay, that's all. Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Mumbai, Pune. Everything is coming in a different sheets. As I indicated yesterday itself, pivot table is very easy to use and very easy to forget also. So you are forgetting within 5 minutes what will happen on Monday. So finally, we'll see two important features. Come to that invoice dashboard sheets. Any question, doubt, stop me and ask me. Still, people are in the old feature. Please stop me and ask me. Otherwise, as I told one, if you don't know A, you cannot come to B. So this dashboard is very vital. If you are not able to do it, stop me, ask me. That itself, I can repeat it any number of times. Come to that invoice dashboard sheets where we got city-wise yearly sum of invoice amount. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create one more report here. Maybe one more chart here, one more chart here. Finally, we are going to connect it. That's what we are going to do finally. Okay. So let us come to this invoice dashboard sheets. I have customer-wise yearly, but I have more than 10, 20 customers, maybe 100 customers also. But I don't want to display all the 100 customers. I want to display only top 10 who has given a top sales or top invoice. That should be my customer, top 5. And this top 5 is overall company's top 5. Suppose if we select Delhi, it should show me top 5 in Delhi. If we select Mumbai, it should show me top 5 in Mumbai. So let us do that. First, we will see how to get the top 5. Anywhere in the customer data, right click. Anywhere in the customer data, right click, filter. Right click on the customer name, filter. I think next step you can tell me. What is the next step? Top 10. Assume I want top 5. Okay. Right click, filter, top 10. Right click on the customer name, filter it, top. Or you can want, if you want bottom also, you can get least, lowest. Maybe rejection, defects. In that case, we can go to least. But here it's top. So let me say top 5. Okay. So it displays only top 5 customer for overall. Overall, who is my top 5 customer? But now, we are going to create another report here. Another chart or report. Then finally, we are going to connect it. So we are going to create one more report here from the same table. As of now, in pivot table, I indicated you can create a report based on only one table. 2 or 3 tables, you have to get it help from Power Pivot. That we cannot do it now. Go to the sheet number 920. Now I want to create one more report. Maybe let us take this. Due days. We made this invoice on 31. Still we didn't receive the payment, or my customer didn't give the payment, or I didn't give the payment to the customer. 14, 15, 16, 17, it goes like this. So due days wise, I want to calculate sum of invoice amount. Then we'll see how to make a aging report, aging analysis, aging. First we'll create that report. Place the cursor on the table, insert, pivot, place the cursor on the table, insert, pivot. I want this report on the same invoice dashboard. So what can I do now? Existing worksheet, then select that sheet, then select the cell. How to select the cell? Select the cell. Select the cell. What happened? You learned so many advanced concepts. Done? Can I give okay? Everyone? Okay. Now, tell me due days wise. Where can I drag the due days? Rows. Invoice amount. Sigma. Due days wise. Drag the due days to rows. invoice amount to sigma, but it's giving a bigger report like this. 14 days, 0 days, 14 days, 15 days, 16 days, 17 days, 18 days, 19 days. I am not satisfied. We cannot display a bigger report like this. So it goes more than around 163 days. No one will interested to see this report. We want to convert this as an aging analysis. Right click on any one of this 14, 15, 16, 17, anywhere, right click. Anywhere else on the 14, 15, 16, 17, right click. Right click, group. When I right click on date group, it's asking yearly, monthly. But when I make a right click on numbers, it's asking starting, ending, by. Starting, 0. I don't want 0 because 0 means nothing. We have received the payment. 0 days due means no days due, but that means we have received it. So let us start from 1. Ending at. Normally, I think aging analysis, they will give a gap of 10, 30 days. It will say 30 days. So 30, 30, 30, 30 means let us take it for 6 months. So it's 180 days. Or you can give 150, 180, 210, 360. That's your wish. But I have data only till 163. That's why I'm giving 150. This 30. That's it. As I told, this is also possible manually. Okay. So we got a aging analysis. 1 to 30, what is pending? 30 to 60, 60 to 90, 90 to 120, 120 to 150, 150 to 180. Right click on this. Due days in rows, invoice amount in sigma. Due days wise, sum of invoice amount. That's a report, normal report. Due days wise, sum of invoice amount. Due days wise, sum of invoice amount. Right click. What happened? Right click. Group. Starting is 1. Ending is 180. Gap is 30. I don't want this less than 1 because less than 1 is nothing, 0. How do we remove it? Go to filter and uncheck that less than 1, or you can use the shortcut key control minus.
We can also select the range from 0 to 160.
0 is nothing, no? Received it already. Why to come here? 0 means we have received the payment. So why to add the 0 also? I want the pending details, not the received details. 0 means no pending. We have received it. Why to add that 0? Right. Now the last important final one here. Before seeing the last important final one, assume this report I am presenting in a meeting like this. When I present this report, maybe my head or my superior or someone is asking, my manager or someone is asking, 151 to 180 days, there are 16,26,000 pending. Can I see these details? I want to see what is the details of this. What is the invoice number? Who is the customer? Just to go to this, right click, show details, or double click. Right click, show details, or double click on this. That's all. On a new sheet, it will show you the report of it. New sheet. It will create a new sheet. This is the details of sum of invoice amount for 150 to 180 days due. All the pending details for one. How do we check this? Select the invoice amount and go to the bottom and check the total. 16,000, 16 lakhs, 26,000. Correct. Very simply, you can double click and show the reports if they want the details of it. Right click and you can delete that sheet. That's a separate sheet, detail 1. A separate sheet is created, delete it. If you don't want it, delete it. So just to make any report, suppose they want to see 1 to 30 days, double click on it. They want to see the smart solution. For 2025, we made 55 lakhs. Can I see that? Double click. Anything you can make a double click. So finally, how do we connect it? For time being, I am closing this field list because I don't want the field list further. I close the field list. For this table, I want to create a chart. Just example, chart. Analyze, pivot chart. Go to analyze, pivot chart. Place the cursor on the table, analyze, pivot chart. Any chart, your wish. Line chart, bar chart, column chart, any chart. Let us say bar chart, column chart. Yes. So for this data, yearly customer wise, I have created a bar chart. Next, for this, analyze, pivot chart. Maybe I'll put a pie chart. You can, just an example, you can select any chart. You can select any chart as per your wish. Okay. So we have a pie chart. So we have 2 reports, 2 charts. Like this, you can have any number of 4 reports, 5 reports, 10 reports based on your screen size, based on your report size. This is the final feature. Next is going to be the final feature. Place the cursor on any one of the pivot. Any one of the pivot. I have created 2 pivots. Suppose we have created 4 pivot. Any one of the pivot. 10 pivots. Any one of the pivot. Don't. It's not required. You have to place the cursor on a particular area. Place the cursor on any one of the pivot. Any one of the pivot. Place the cursor. I think this feature we have used it twice or thrice from the afternoon. Analyze. Insert slicer. Analyze. Insert slicer. Any one of the pivot table. Place the cursor. Analyze. Insert slicer. For what you want the slicer, you decide. City, customer, product, category, anything. Payment received, anything. So let us select city. Because I want to see top 10 customer for the city. I want aging analysis for a city. I say city. Okay. A slicer is created, but still it's not over. Next is the last final step. City slicer. The city slicer. Right click on the city slicer. Right click on the city slicer. Right click. Please remember the sheet name. That's why I asked you to give some meaningful name for the sheet. I hope you remember the name. If you are not remember the name, now you can see that. Because based on the sheet name only, we are going to connect it. So this is my sheet name. Right click on the slicer. Report connection. Method 1. Method 2. Slicer on the top. Report connection. Both, any one of this. Either right click and go to report connection or go to slicer report connection. Both are same. So I'll go to report connection and it's asking which 2 tables you want to connect it. As I indicated, that sheet name, invoice dashboard. Where is the sheet name? Wherever that sheet name is available. I think here is the sheet name, invoice dashboard. Select it. So where I think 2 areas it's available, or 4 areas mean 4 area. Wherever that invoice dashboard sheet is available, select it. I have only 2 tables, so I selected 2. If you have 4, select 4. That's all. Okay. Let me select Bangalore now. If you select Bangalore, we are getting top 5 customer for Bangalore. We are getting aging analysis for Bangalore. We are getting the chart for Bangalore. We are getting pie chart for Bangalore. Chennai, top 5 customer for Chennai, aging for Chennai. Delhi, top 5 for Delhi, top 5 are aging for Delhi, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Mumbai, Pune. Interactive. As I indicated, your dashboard should be interactive. It's interacting. I repeat this last very important step. Place the cursor on any one of the table. analyze, insert slicer, city, OK. Right click on the slicer, report connection or slicer report connection. And wherever that sheet name invoice dashboard is available, select it and say OK. That's all. Mumbai, Jaipur, Pune, Hyderabad. Whatever you select, based on that report is getting sliced out, interactive. Before presenting this report dashboard, I recommend to switch off this, what do you call this, grid lines. Normally, I'm not the fan of grid lines. I don't like grid lines actually. Go to view, switch off that grid lines. Even formula bar heading also you can switch off, but later switch on that. Later you have to switch on. Don't forget to switch on that because your formula bar will go off. So I will switch on that. Uncheck that formula bar. Uncheck that heading. Could you tell me how can I display only, how can I hide that ribbon? Yesterday morning we assumed the shortcut key. Remember it? How can I hide the ribbons? Control Shift F1. Now you can see only reports are available, like a slideshow. Only you can have extra space also. You can see more reports. You can create some extra report also here. You can see only the reports are visible. You can add another 2 or 3 reports also here. Control Shift F1. Same Control Shift F1 for unhiding it. And I recommend to, after it, enable the formula bar, enable the heading. Please enable it. Because without the formula bar heading, you cannot write the formulas. Got it? First free hit today. What is free hit? Normally, who is finishing first will get double sixer. But now you are going to get triple sixers. 3 sixers. Who is finishing? First 2 people will get 3 sixers. First 2. So, who is on the bottom? They can come to the top straight away now. Exercise number 21. First, convert this table into a dynamic. Control T, Control L. Make this table into dynamic. Okay. I will not give you 3 sixer for this. Give a name for this table. Let us give a name as trans. Any name? First listen to the question, then start doing it. I will first explain the question, then you do it. Wait for it. This sheet, either you can do it on the same sheet or new sheet. I want you to create 2 reports. First I will explain it, then you can do this. Report number 1. First report what I want is yearly rep wise. Every year, every rep. What is the sum of total amount? This is first report. Second report. I will explain it first, sir. First I will finish it up. Wait. First report is yearly rep wise sum of total amount. First report. Second report, yearly product wise. Every year, every product. What is the sum of total amount? Second report. But that second report, I should get only top 10 products. Top 10 products. Then finally, insert a slicer for branch. Insert a slicer for branch. Then select branch 1. Both reports should filter for branch 1. Branch 1 rep wise, branch 1 product wise. Branch 2 means both the reports should filter. So first to create two reports. First report is yearly rep wise, sum of total amount. Second report is yearly product wise, sum of total amount. Then top 10 products. Filter top 10 products. Finally, connect both the slicer using branch. When I click on one branch, both the tables should get filtered for that branch. Not one, all, you have to do all the reports, two reports actually, not all, two reports. Create two reports and connect both the reports. Question and the solution is also available on the screen. Yes. If you zoom it, you cannot see the first one. Is it okay? You cannot see the first one. It's already zoomed actually. And I was zoomed to 300%. Done. Oh, okay. Not branch. Next one is yearly product wise. Then create a slicer and connect it. Create a slicer for branch, connect both the report. If you click on branch one, both the report should get filtered. That is top 10. Top 10 products. First. That is top 10 product. That is top 10 product.
Sir,
Product should be top 10. Slicer, last it.
Sir, it is the
Branch one.
sir.
Super. See, thank you. Top 10 products. Slicer. Final. Branch one. Both are filtering.
Sir, done, please.
No, second is not filtering. First is filtering. Connect. Click on branch one. No. Only one is filtering, one is not filtering. We are working in sheet number 21. Working in sheet number 20. You are using a wrong sheet. Which one? Filtering.
Sir, it's done now.
Select branch one, branch two. Amount can be anything, sir. Sir, filtering, branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, sorry, HO. There is 2 reports, only 1 report is there. There is 1 more report.
Sir,
Both are first one is filtering, second one is not filtering.
sir,
There is second report, only 1 report is there.
बराबर
2 reports. Show me the report. Go. Where is Slicer?
here.
Click on. Branch 1. Where is top 10? Do it faster. Where is top 10? Click on branch 1, branch 2. Branch 2. What? This is not filtering. Yes, click on branch 1. Half. Top 10. It's not filtering. This is filtering, this is not filtering. We will connect it. Final step, report connection. Fast. Branch 2. You give it to someone. Give it to him. Your certificate. Certificate. Thank you. Thank you. Granddaughter. Second. On. Off. On. Not off, sir. On. Second. Excellent. Almost everyone has did it. So let me do this. Insert, pivot, existing sheet itself. Help me here. What is my first report? Rep wise. Where can I put the rep? Rep into rows. Invoice date into columns. Total amount. Sigma. First report is ready. Second report. Place the cursor on the table. Insert, pivot, existing worksheet. Which location? Let us select some other location here. Okay. So now what is the second report? Product wise. Let us put the product into rows. Then invoice date into columns and total amount into events. But how can you get top 10 products? All the products are displayed. How do you get top 10? Right click on product, then filter top 10. Last and final feature is place the cursor on any one of the table, analyze, then insert slicer, then branch. Okay. Now branch 1 is there. If I click on branch 1, both should get filtered, but now it will not happen. What we have to do? Right click, report connection. Select both the report 19 and 20 are same sheet name. Okay, that's it. Branch, both the report for branch 1, both the report for branch 2, HO, both the report for HO. Session itself we did it. Right click, report connection. Or go to slicer, report connection. Both are same. But signal is very weak here. Okay, but if you don't know how to, if you are aware of this report, you can create it. If you don't know how to create a report, there is a AI tool available, but that internet has to be connected. Here the internet is very slow, but let me try. Okay. Some AI tool is available in the latest version. What you have to do it is place the cursor on some table. Which table you want, you can place the cursor on some table. Any one of the table, place the cursor. Maybe this table, I'll place the cursor here, or previous table, I'll place the cursor. I don't know what is the report, or I don't know how to create a report itself. I don't know how to create a report. Is there any method? Excel will help us to create a report. Yes. Place the cursor on the table. As I told you, your Wi-Fi has to be, I think this hotel Wi-Fi is very slow. So, I'll tell you the steps, but I don't know. Place the cursor on it. Home tab. When I go to home tab, analyze data. Click on analyze data. It will analyze your entire data and it will show you what could be the better report, which could be your better report. It will analyze and it will show you the list of reports. For this data, what is my better report? It will show you, and even you can type, even you can dictate and create the report also. Dictating and you can create a report also. Unfortunately, it's taking much time. My Wi-Fi is very, very slow. And even you can see there will be a box where you can type and create a report also. Type and I am creating to ask the question. You can ask the question and get the report also. A minute, I will try to connect through my mobile signal is also weak here. So the Wi-Fi is a problem here. If you show it, I would have. Even you can dictate and create a report also. Maybe if Wi-Fi is connected well, I will show you how to do this. Or if some system is working, I will connect the system and show it how to do that also. But now the Wi-Fi is finished. Ask your question, but I want to show it to others also. Whose Wi-Fi, sir?
Param 555.
Which one?
Param 555. This one.
Password is not correct.
Password is correct only. Caps lock is not on, no?
No, it's okay.
One time, sir, just click one time more. Connected.
It's taking time. I'll come back to this. Before that, chart means I think we didn't cover the chart. Which data, which could be the better chart? I want you to explore. For example, chart in a very simple. I'll come back to that AI tool. If you want to create a chart, this very simple. On your keyboard, just press F11. Place the cursor on the table. Place the cursor on the table and just press F11 on your keyboard. Function F11. That's all. It will create a chart. F11. Just F11. It will create a chart. But it will create a chart on a separate sheet. If I want the chart on the same sheet, place the cursor and use another shortcut key. Alt F1. Alt F1, which will create a chart on the same sheet itself. Same sheet itself. Alt F1. F1. Alt F1. F11 on a new sheet. Alt F1 on the same sheet. Same sheet. F11 will create it on a new sheet. Alt F1 will create it on the same existing sheet itself. Please do explore this feature. Since I don't have a time, I'm not exploring it. Please, this plus symbol, this formatting, filter, please explore this feature in chart. If you don't know which is the best chart for which data, for example, exercise number 23, I don't know which is the best chart for this. No issues. Excel will help us. Insert, go to insert, recommended charts. Excel will recommend which is the best chart for this data. So you can use this chart straight away. So Excel will recommend which is the based on your data, it automatically recommends another AI. It automatically recommends which is the best data for best chart for this data. You can put a bar chart, pie chart, funnel, histogram. Go to insert recommended charts. Alt F1 or go to insert and recommended charts. It will recommend which could be the best chart for your data. Please do explore it. Analyze data is taking more time for me. So creating a chart is very easy and very simple. This analyze data came here. When I analyze the data, it automatically gives me a report. But can I create my own report here? For example, here we have invoice date, deliver days, rep wise, branch wise. Suppose I want to know branch wise, I want to know what is the sum of total amount as a pie chart. Sum of total amount by branch as a pie chart. I want to create a chart, but I don't know how to create a chart. So after clicking on the analyze data, go to this ask question. Go to this ask question. Just type your question there. What is the question you want? Sum of, just type your question there. Sum of total amount by branch. I am typing it as by branch as what do you want? Pie chart. Just type your requirement. I am typing sum of total amount by branch wise as a pie chart. Enter. It will create it. That's all. It's an AI tool. So just type what is your expectation. What is the report you want. Type it and enter. No need to learn pivot table and chart also. Just type it and it will create a report. So sum of total amount by branch as a pie chart. Sum of total amount by a rep wise as a pie chart. Anything. Pie chart, column chart, line chart, anything. But if you are I am very bad in typing. So what I will do is place the cursor here. Ask the question about. Place the cursor here. Windows on your keyboard. Press Windows H. Windows H. Sum of total amount by rep as a bar chart. It will create it. So you can dictate and you can create a report also. Just to speak to the computers and create a report. My voice, I am speaking through mic, that's why.
इसे उसे खुद ही कट कर दिया आपका आवाज
But based on what? Sum of total amount as a pie chart means based on what? Based on rep wise, table wise. Which wise you want the pie chart? That you have to say.
based on production yeah
That you have to say.
it's a report
By product as a pie chart. As a line chart. As a bar chart. Okay? So,
नहीं करेगा तो प्रोडक्ट मैंने प्रोडक्ट
put it in some other sheet.
इसको चेंज करने को नहीं बोल सकते